Hello everyone, welcome to Sri Chaitanya. This is Uma Shankar, All India IT Coordinator. Welcome to Season 1 of JEE Max Series 2. That is JEE Main Advanced Extreme Series. And through this series, we are concentrating on concepts, problems, shortcuts, assignments, tests. And so far we have completed successfully Series 1. And in Series 1 we have completed differential equations. This is Series 2. And in series 2, we are concentrating the ellipse chapter. And in ellipse chapters, till now we have completed lesson number 5. This is lesson number 6. Again, I am requesting all of you that please don't forget to check the description there. I am providing all important assignments and very good test papers, and some of the important information for you. And of course, those who are missing my lessons, and in the description I am providing all previous 5 lessons links also. Please don't forget to check those links. Thereby you will understand what kind of things that we have covered so far in the ellipse. And my friends, in lesson number 5 we are concentrating the standard results, and in continuation that this is again we are concentrating in this lesson number 6 also the standard result. This is result number 4. In lesson number 5, we have completed up to 4 results, 3 results. This is about 4. And moreover, result point of view, they are important. Moreover, as a formula point of view also, they are very important. So here, try to understand the statement very properly. See, a chord capital PQ of an ellipse subtends a right angle. This is the favorite sentence in coordinate geometry. Subtends right angle at the center of the ellipse. Here, nothing has been mentioned. Ellipse, only the word they have given. So understand that or understood that the equation of the ellipse as you consider the equation of ellipse as the standard equation, that is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 only. As long as they have not mentioned anything on the paper, you just consider that as the standard equation of the ellipse only. But in a competitive examination, they should mention what kind of ellipse that they are going to take. If they have not mentioned, you have to consider this as the standard ellipse. And my friends, why this is very, very important and favorite? Then the result here, the concept is important. What is the concept? Here what they are asking, a chord capital PQ of an ellipse subtends a right angle at the center of the ellipse. Then locus of the point of intersection of the tangents at P and Q, that they are asking. So my friends, see, listen. Suppose this is the ellipse given for you. This is the ellipse given for you. PQ, a chord PQ of the ellipse subtends a right angle at the center. So this is the chord. This is say P and Q. And this subtends a right angle at the center of the ellipse. Center means here origin. So whenever center has origin and some chord which is making an angle, of course here it is right angle, not necessary that always it is a right angle, some angle, a chord which is making an angle at origin. Here, in other words, origin is nothing but center of the ellipse. And what they are asking is, then locus of the point of intersection of the tangents at P and Q. So if you have draw the tangents at P and Q, then this is R, you say R H comma K, then locus of R H comma K that they are asking. That the locus of R H comma K is nothing but it's an another ellipse. It's an another ellipse. It is also an ellipse. Okay. So you just imagine the diagram, and with the help of the diagram, we can also give or we can also state the statement in another direction. What kind of direction? If you are observing the diagram very carefully, then with respect to R, this chord PQ is nothing but what? Chord of contact. Isn't it? Chord of contact. So if the chord of contact making an angle, some angle at center indirectly. So the locus of chord of contact passing through the point with respect to the point making an angle at the center of the ellipse, then find the locus. They may ask questions in that direction. That's why Just instead of solving the problem, you try to understand the different notions and different statements of the problem, and how many varieties of questions that we can generate just with the help of that statement. Then you can get the clarity and control and command on the problem. Okay, my friends, and why it is very important for me, and it is the one of the title favorite question for competitive examination, especially in JEE advanced examinations. So whenever a line which intersects a curve and the line joining the points is making some angle at center is nothing but origin, then the only one fundamental we have to apply is homogenation. Though pair of straight lines, the chapter point of view, though it is not in our syllabus, but the applications of the pair of straight lines are useful like this. So now here my question is, my simple job, what I am now doing is, now with respect to R, this is nothing but chord of contact. I am writing the equation of the chord of contact, and I am homogeneating the ellipse with the chord of contact, and whenever a homogeneous, I mean, if a homogeneous means the is what is second degree homogeneous equation, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. If this represent two pair of lines, they are passing through origin only, and the angle between the lines is 90 degrees, then the condition would be a plus b equal to 0. That is coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square equal to 0. These are the basic fundamental one should learn, one should practice. Because now I am now applying. Two strategies now I am applying. Now what I am taking is, let the point of intersection be RH comma K. So now equation of the chord of contact with respect to RH comma K to the ellipse is Hx by A square plus Ky by B square equal to 1. My ellipse is what? X square by A square plus Y square by B square equal to 1. You call this as equation number 1 and you call this as equation number 2. Since it makes an angle 90 degrees, so what I am now doing is, forget about angle. Since it makes some angle at centers, now what? Homogeneating equation 1 with respect to 2. What to do? That is x square by A square plus Y square by B square is equal to 1 into Hx by A square plus Ky by B square minus 1 whole square. This is a homogeneous equation in x and y. Second degree homogeneous equation. As I said, if a second degree homogeneous equation, the angle between the second degree homogeneous equation represented by x square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 is 90 degrees, then the condition is what? A plus b equal to 0. That is coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square equal to 0. You apply and you simplify, you will get the answer. This is the idea behind the screen. So please watch these steps. Here I am giving, these are the simple hints for you. Please don't forget to note down all the steps, but this is the central idea. Now watch the steps. Hint is, let ph comma k be the, or instead of ph comma k, let it be r. You take r because already p, q are given, so better use rh comma k with the point such that the chord of contact of tangents drawn from r subtends right angle at the center. That, as I mentioned here, to the ellipse like that. So this is equation of the chord of contact with respect to r. This is equation of the chord of contact with respect to r. Now what I am doing is, now homogeneating equation of the ellipse. So what is your equation of the ellipse? You have to consider the equation of the ellipse as what? X square by A square plus Y square by B square equal to 1. Using this, homogeneating this. This is the thing. Since angle is 90 degrees, apply what? Coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square equal to 0. There you will, after simplification, you will get this as the locus. Of course, you can get a locus in terms of h comma k, but on final answer, in the locus, you have to write in terms of xy. So replace h with x and k with y, you will get the answer as this one. This is the central idea. Clear? This is one of the standard result. But the same statement I can also state as the locus of poles of chords of the ellipse. The locus of poles of the chords of the ellipse. See the statement, locus of poles of chords. What does it mean? That is polar. Locus of poles of chords is nothing but polar. If polar subtends right angle at the center, same, same. So, in general, they never mentioned the words poles or something like that because they are out of the syllabus. That is a beauty in JEE advanced examination. See, in this problem, there I never mentioned any chord of contact or anything about the polar or anything about the pole or something like that. They are inherently they are equipped in the problem itself. So, like that kind of statements, the beauty of the statement, like that problems only they will ask in the competitive examination. You need to practice this kind of steps. They never give statements like locus of the poles of the chords. Because in the syllabus, they clearly mentioned tangent and normal only. Because the business of poles, chord of contact, everything comes under with the help of what? Only tangents and normals. That's why. So we can also state the above problem. The locus of poles of chords of the ellipse which is subtends a right angle at the center is, which is also answered as what? X square by a power 4 plus y square by b power 4 equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. Clear, my friends? Now, coming to result number 5. See here, the poles of midpoints of chords of an ellipse. Actually, here I can also, with the help of the previous problem, how can we state the same problem in another direction? That also you have to practice. Listen, the poles of midpoints of chords of an ellipse always lies on the auxiliary circle. Why I'm very much interested on this problem means all the problems related with the auxiliary circle as well as the director circle, especially an ellipse, are very, very important. Auxiliary circle as well as the director circle are very, very important. What is the equation of the auxiliary circle? The circle at which major axis has the diameter is nothing but the auxiliary circle. That is the simplest definition. That is the simplest definition. Or the locus of the feet of the perpendiculars drawn from foci on to any foci on any tangent to the ellipse is nothing but the auxiliary circle of the ellipse. So here the question is the poles of midpoints of the chords. The poles of midpoints of the chords. The entire problem lies in the line only, on this particular sentence only, or on that particular word only. So, if I have divided the entire line into two parts, one is poles of chords, another is midpoints of chord. That is, poles of chords means polar. Midpoints of chord is chord with respect to midpoint. So, what they are asking, if the polar of the ellipse is chord with respect to midpoint, if the polar of the ellipse is chord with respect to the midpoint, then, then the locus is nothing but auxiliary circle. Okay, then the locus of poles, that means it is always lies between lies on the auxiliary circle. That is the question that they are asking. So now what I am doing is, equation of the ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. And equation of auxiliary circle, x square plus y square equal to a square. This is auxiliary circle. What they are saying, the polar of this one is chord with respect to midpoint. See, the poles of midpoints are the chords of the ellipse. So, the chord with respect to the midpoint, let PH comma K, let PH comma K be the chord with respect to the midpoint, be the midpoint of the chord. Midpoint of the chord. You know what is equation of the chord with respect to midpoint? S is equal, S1 is equal to S11. That means Hx by A square plus Ky by B square equal to H square by A square plus K square by B square. This is what equation of the chord with respect to midpoint. This is equation number 3. And what is polar? Let the polar be Hx plus Ky equal to A square. This is equation of the polar. But both these two are same. These two are same. Then what to do? You compare. You compare. You will get the required result. You will get the required result. Clear? See now, this is the concept behind the screen, and you just practice these small hints that I am providing for you. See, let PH comma K be the midpoint of the chord and Q x1 y1 be the pole. So now chord with respect to midpoint, and that means P I have taken for ellipse. This is for ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. And polar with respect to the auxiliary circle, there I have taken my auxiliary circle like this. Polar with respect to ellipse is the, both are what? Same. Then you just compare these two, you will get the auxiliary circle. This is one way, the definition for the auxiliary circle also. So far, we know the definition of auxiliary circle is what? The circle at which the major axis as a diameter is nothing but the auxiliary circle. True, but here the locus of poles of the midpoints of the chords of the ellipse is nothing but what? Auxiliary circle. This is also another important definition. With the help of the problem, we may imagine the question like this. Instead of using the term poles or something, I can use the same statement like this. Suppose this is the ellipse is given for you, x square by 9 plus y square by 4 equal to 1. If I am asking the question like this, find the locus, the locus of the point with respect to the locus of the point where the chord passing through the ellipse intersects and the tangents drawn at the extremities of the chord is nothing but a chord with respect to the midpoint, then the locus of the point is dash. If I have asked the question, then immediately, if you have understood the statement properly, they are indirectly what they are asking you. They are asking you to find equation of the auxiliary circle. Then immediately you can write answer as x square plus y square is equal to 9. That's all. Immediate. Instead of solving all the problems, entire problems like this. So that's why please try to understand the statements properly. You will enjoy the problems like anything. Okay, my friends, this is about problem number 5. Now coming to problem number 6. Read the statement again. And moreover, with the help of this problem, sometimes they may ask you to find what is the eccentricity of the ellipse or something like that also. Here, read the statement. A tangent at on the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to meets the auxiliary circle at 2 points. See, the tangent at a point on the ellipse meets the auxiliary circle at 2 points, which subtends a right angle at the center. Which subtends a right angle at the center. Then eccentricity of the ellipse is. That means, see, suppose this is the ellipse auxiliary circle, and this is the ellipse. A tangent at a point on the ellipse. Suppose this is a tangent drawn at a point on the ellipse, you say, and this tangent, this intersects the auxiliary circle at P and Q, say let it be R, and this line makes an angle 90 degrees at what? Center of the ellipse. Then what is eccentricity? What is eccentricity? That they are asking. And it appears like what? Again, it is a line and which makes an angle 90 degrees at the center. So what I am doing is, now I am writing equation of the tangent to the ellipse, and with the help of that tangent, I am now homogeneating the auxiliary circle. Homogeneating the auxiliary circle. And after homogeneating, since it is it makes an angle 90 degrees, so coefficient of x square and plus coefficient of y square is equal to 0. After simplification, you will get eccentricity as what? 1 by root of 1 plus sine square alpha. Clear? So listen it carefully. Or a tangent at a point alpha, I think here something has missed, at a point alpha on the ellipse. This is the original statement if I am right. Okay. So now listen. See the hint. Yeah, I have taken R instead of alpha, theta, whatever it may be. So if it is theta, then I can write that as my answer should be theta only. It comes. Okay. Now let P be any point, any theta point, or a tangent at theta. at theta on the ellipse or at alpha on the ellipse. If it is alpha, then answer is 1 by root of 1 plus sine square alpha. If it is theta, answer would be root of 1 by 1 plus sine square theta. Concept is same. Here, this is any theta point on the ellipse. This should be any theta point on the ellipse. Already this point we discussed in the auxiliary. There I introduced the parametric equations of the ellipse and any theta point on the ellipse also. And equation of the tangent at P, this I have taken. And using this, I am homogeneating the equation of the auxiliary circle. This is what auxiliary circle, x square plus y square is equal to a square. After homogeneating, what happens here? After homogeneating, coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square is equal to 0, you take it. And coefficient of x square means what? 1 minus here. This is coefficient of x square is cos square theta by a square gets cancelled. So 1 minus cos square theta. 1 here, if I have taken this term here, and plus coefficient of y square 1 minus sine square theta is equal to 0. Okay, by b square, I think 1 minus this is 1 minus b square, a square by b square, sine square theta, and here it is what a square into right is equal to 0. Then you simplify this and replace cos square, you replace again 1 minus sine square theta, cos square theta is again what? Sine square theta plus 1 minus a square by b square into sine square theta equal to 0. That is, you take sine square theta as common. Then 1 minus a square by b square is equal plus 1 equal to 0. Then you take that as that side, and you know b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square. You apply all these terms and simplify, you will get answer as what? E equal to 1 by root of 1 plus sine square. So this is another important formula. So what kind of questions that we may expect? They may give, okay, at any point theta, they will ask the question like this. At any point pi by 4 on the ellipse, x square by 4 plus y square by 3 equal to 1. They may ask the question like, at any point pi by 4 on the ellipse, the tangent is intersects the auxiliary circle and which subtends a right angle at the center, or at any point pi by 4 on the ellipse meets the auxiliary circle which makes a right angle at the center, then eccentricity of the ellipse is. They may ask the question like this. So immediately you can write answer as 1 by root of 1 plus sine square pi by 4, that is 1 by 2. Therefore answer is what? This is root 3 by 2 or root of 2 by 3. Enough. You will get the answer like this. So like that numerical value problems also we can expect, and that problem becomes very easy for you provided if you have practiced this result very carefully. So once again, what kind of questions that we may expect? Suppose let the tangent at any point p of pi by 4 on the ellipse meets the auxiliary circle at 2 points which subtends a right angle at the center of the ellipse, then eccentricity of the ellipse is dash. If they ask the question like this, then if you practiced this formula, then the problem is nothing for you. Otherwise, you have to do all this stuff on paper, and it waste of time also. But as a result, it is very, very important, and sometimes they may ask the question as a far bit also. In that aspect only, it is important. Now coming to result number 7. Yeah. Listen the statement very carefully. If alpha comma beta are the eccentric angles of the extremities of the focal chord of an ellipse of eccentricity. So here focal chord is given. That means the chord which passes into the focus. That means suppose this is the ellipse is given for you, and suppose this is P of alpha, say this is Q of beta, say these are the two eccentric, and this passing through what? Focus, this is S. Because if chord passing through the focus, then the chord is nothing but the focal chord. These are all are what? Extremities of the focal chord. This alpha and beta are what? Extremities of the focal chord. What does it mean by P of alpha? That is A cos alpha comma B sin alpha. What is Q of beta? That is A cos beta comma B sin beta. These are what? Any alpha point or any beta point, or since my P of alpha is extremity on the ellipse, though I have considered this as parametric point. Parametric point. So now you know it very well. What is equation of the chord joining alpha and beta? That is there is a formula for it. X by A cos of alpha plus beta by 2. Alpha plus beta plus y by b sine of alpha plus beta by 2 is equal to cos of alpha minus beta by 2. You have a formula like this. This is what equation of the chord joining 2 points are alpha and beta. That already I have given in our previous video. Please watch our previous videos. You will get it. Otherwise, please check the description there. I am providing all the previous videos also. But it is focal chord. So it passing through where? Yes, AE comma 0. Now substitute AE comma 0 here. AE comma 0 here. Immediately you will get the result. So if you get the first result, then getting the second result is nothing for you. Why? After squaring it, you will get the answer. And moreover, you know the relation b square is equal to a square into e square minus 1. Whenever it requires, you write it. Because in the second result, here instead of cos, cos square is there. And instead of e, a square and a square minus b square is there. So what they are doing is, now they are replacing e square with what? E square with what? They are replacing this result. There you will get the answer. So here, see the hint. This is the hint. So what I am doing now? Equation of the chord joining alpha and beta. What are alpha and beta? A cos alpha, B sin alpha, and A cos beta, B sin beta. Now equation of the chord joining 2 points. And it is the focal chord. Therefore, it passing through focus A comma 0. You substitute those two things here. Okay. And after substitution, you will get the result like this. And square this, and automatically you will get, and use this formula, you will get the second result. Nothing. So if you get the first result, automatically you will get the second result. And moreover, this is also an important formula to get the eccentricity, to find the eccentricity. And this kind of formula are useful even for numerical value problems. They may give a question like this. Let pi by 3 comma pi by 4 are the eccentric angles on the extremity, are the extremities of the focal chord of the ellipse. Then what is eccentricity of the ellipse? If they ask the question like this, then immediately, if you have practiced this formula, you can substitute those alpha and beta, you can get the answer here. Like that questions we may expect, and with this they may develop other problems also. So that's why they are called what? Standard results. I think you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, you please share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. There you will get the continuous notifications for coming videos. And again, I am requesting you, please don't forget to check the description. Okay, we will meet with lesson number 7 of the ellipse soon. Thank you.